Hi guys, welcome to Reen's Place. Today we are making a recipe from my childhood. The pronunciation is Gyros or Gyros. I say Gyros, so if I'm mispronouncing it, just know that I know I'm mispronouncing it. And I'm also going to make a new to me recipe of a Greek pasta salad. It's with Orzo pasta, which I've already boiled and drained. I did 2 cups. I don't keep my pasta in the containers, in the little boxes they come in from the store. I put everything in a glass jar, so I have no idea how much is in a box, but I would just put a box in. And all I'm going to do now is, while I'm cutting the vegetables, I'm going to throw a little olive oil in here so it doesn't stick. I don't think it will, but we need olive oil in here anyway. Okay, so this is not really a recipe. This is something I saw online and thought, oh, that would probably taste good, and then figured I could remember enough of it to make it. Okay, so what I'm going to add to it is some red onion. I'll talk more about the gyro, whatever you want to call it, when we get to that point, but it's not authentic by a long shot, but it is quick and delicious. So I am going to cut red onion. All these vegetables that I'm cutting, I'm going to cut enough for the salad and also enough to put on our gyro when we eat it. So let me see how much I'm actually going to put in the salad. Can you see me okay? And again, I don't have a real recipe. I just saw this and thought, I could make that. Yeah, I think about a half of an onion would be good. And this was like a medium-sized red onion. Okay. I opened this, I started cutting on this cucumber last night for a salad I made, so I'm going to use this first before I get another one out. And this we're going to need for both the salad and for the dip, which is like, the dressing, which I guess is kind of like a tzatziki, but, like I said, very, very loose interpretation of. Okay. So for the salad, the pasta salad, a little bit of onion. Should get my dough, my bench scraper. Let me see how much is in this. Yeah, that's a lot of pasta, so I think I'm going to do the rest of this cucumber. It's delicious. Okay, so I guess while we're doing this, I can tell you about the gyro, whatever you want to call it, recipe. So when I was a little girl, we lived in a small town, and we used to get this, like, I don't know what you call it. It was like a free paper that would come. I think it came like once a month. It was like the town newspaper. And in it, they would have like little recipes and, you know, like the town's goings-ons and stuff like that. And I think I was probably like, I'm going to say like 12 years old. There was a recipe for these gyros that my mom cut out of the paper, and it was something that we would eat. Like probably, I don't know. It was like special when she made it. We probably only ate it in the summertime maybe. And it's so simple to make. It was something that she could do like after work when she got home from work, that she would make it then, and it was quick. This pasta salad thing, we didn't have this, but I feel like this will definitely go with it. And I'm just cutting up these little cherry tomatoes that are not so little. They're going in. And so that is where we got this recipe from. Is it authentic? Absolutely not. Is it quick, easy, and delicious? Absolutely. The ingredients are cheap. It's fast to make. Anybody can do it. Okay, this is boring me already. So let's get on with it. Let's see. Okay, so I was going to make like a red wine vinaigrette, but no. I found some balsamic dressing in my fridge, so that's what I'm going to do. I also have an open container of this feta crumbles. I'll put all of it in there. Looks good. I'm going to have to taste this to make sure. Let's see. Okay, so into here I'm going to put the balsamic vinaigrette. Like I said, feel free to make your own red wine vinaigrette. That was just under half a bottle. And I'm going to add some oregano. And I'm going to add some salt and pepper. We'll give this another stir. It smells really good. And you know what? I think this is just a nice change from the ordinary pasta salad that you eat in the summertime. So let's grab a little spoon and give it a taste test. It's good. It's really good. The oregano, you definitely need that oregano in there because that's what's making it delicious. And the feta cheese is also, like, you taste that right away. Okay. Let's move this along. I'm going to just put the top on this container, throw it in my fridge, and then we'll bring it back when we are making dinner. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to get another cucumber. You know what? I'm going to clean up this mess, wash the cucumber, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I cleaned up a little, and now we're going to make the sauce. So I just like to, you can shred this like on a box grater or something, grate it, but that's not how I do it. I just like to cut it small. That's how we did it growing up, and that's how I do it now. But again, this is not an authentic recipe, so do it any way you want to. And we've always used ground beef in our recipe, but I'm sure you could do like chicken or pork or whatever you wanted to. This has tiny little seeds. If it had bigger seeds, I would scoop them out, but again, I just like to cut it as small as I can this way. And I use Greek yogurt. If you have regular yogurt, you probably should drain it, but again, even when I used regular yogurt, I didn't bother to do that. And you can add as much or as little cucumber to your yogurt or leave it out if you want, but I really think it gives it a good flavor. So I'm just going to do a little bit more. I'm not making too much sauce because it's only Chuck and I, and honestly, he doesn't normally eat this, so I'll see if he actually eats it tonight or not. My kids like this. Okay. That's plenty. So in a container, I just have this whole milk Greek yogurt. It's already open because I've used it before. I'm going to drain a little bit extra water off of it. Just going to give it a stir in the container. Yeah, mine's really thick, so I'm not worried about. I'm probably going to do about a cup, maybe. Okay, and then to this, I'm going to add some garlic powder, and I use, a decent amount. Put the cucumber in, and because the cucumber has, the water in it, it will thin your sauce a little bit, so don't worry about it being too thick. Super simple, but so delicious. Okay, you can add a little pinch of salt and pepper if you like. I think I like. Okay, that's it. Now again, this will loosen up a little bit because of the cucumber, which is fine either way. What else do we have to do? You can add cucumber to the top of your gyro, whatever. I don't usually, but I have this little bit left, so I'm just going to chop it. Why waste it, right? There we go. So what I have over here is just some thinly sliced red onion, what was left of my grape tomatoes cut, and then that. I'm going to clean this up, and then what's next? Then we're going to make the gyros, so be back. Okay, so now we're going to do the meat and actually make them. So for the meat, I have a pound of defrosted ground beef. Again, you probably could use any. I've only ever done it with ground beef. And you're going to want to heavily, heavily season this. So I'm putting lots of salt. Maybe not too much salt. I'm putting lots of black pepper. And these are not teaspoons. They say tad. So although it looks like I'm throwing a lot in, I'm really not. And I might have to add more. I'm going to put a very generous amount of garlic powder. If there are any seasonings that you'd like to add, You know, this is onion powder. These are the only things that were listed in the ingredients for my mom's recipe that she got out of the newspaper. And then you're just going to work this in. The meat's still a little cold. Taste the garlic, but I'm going to put a little more. I mean, I smell the garlic, but like I said, the seasoning is a big part. Okay. Let me rinse my hands real quick. They'll get dirty in one more second, but that's okay. Okay, so this is kind of the odd part, if there is an odd part about it. I normally do this in the sink, just under running water, but for filming purposes, I'm going to do it here just to show you. But what you need are some pita breads. I like to use the white ones just because, again, that's what we always use. Oh, there's a lot in this package. I think I'm going to do 4. And I will have extra meat that I'll be able to finish these up later off camera. But let's just see what we're doing. Okay, so what you want to do, take your pita bread and just run it under the water. You don't want it to be super wet, but I think this... Okay, so I had some battery issues, and I think I'm good now. You're going to use your pita breads, and again, you're just soaking them in the water, or you can do this under the running tap is what I normally do. And you don't want them to be soggy, but you do want them to be softened a little bit so that they don't burn when you put them under the broiler. And you should be preheating your broiler as we're going. Okay, and you could just fill up your whole tray. There is going to be more than enough. Winifred, there's going to be more than enough meat to do the whole package. How I like to do it is I take a piece of wax paper. You can use plastic wrap, whatever you like. And then I take a little handful of the meat. And I just literally try to get it as thin as I can. Opening it, shaping it. And like I said, super thin. And I try to cover the whole pita because this is really going to shrink on you when it's cooking. Okay, and so what I do is I take my pita bread, I get the meat on it, take off any of the extra, and that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to continue to do the same. Oops, I'm going to do the same with the others. And this meat is so good because it's so well seasoned. And then you're going to add all your yummy toppings to it. This looks like a big one. And this one's a little floppy. I think I put this in the water a little too long, but that's fine. Everything will be fine once it comes out of the broiler. And again, I don't normally do it in the bowl like I showed you. I normally just run it under the sink a few minutes on each side. Okay, I'm going to finish these up. and I have them on a foil-lined pan just for easier cleanup. I'm going to finish making these two. I'm going to put them in the broiler. I'll check and give you an idea about how long it takes me, and then I'll bring you back when they're out. Okay, so they cooked under the broiler for 5 minutes exactly. Let's get these things plated, get them topped with all our toppings and our pasta salad, and we'll get to testing. Okay, you grab. I forgot to spray the foil. You should probably spray your foil. Now, it makes them a little bit easier to come off of the foil. And man, you can smell how good the seasoned beef smells while you're broiling it. I like to put a little bit of the sauce, and then my favorite, red onion, a little tomato, a little bit of everything actually, a little more cucumber. Winifred, she's excited as well. A little shredded lettuce on it. And a little bit of that lovely pasta salad. Take a picture. And can't wait. Okay, and this is the part that I've been waiting for. You just fold it. Delicious, just like I remember. This is good. I'm glad that I made this early so that while I was waiting for this was in the fridge, and I think that that really pulls it together. Okay guys, again, not authentic, but super quick, super tasty, and for me it's got all the nostalgia I need from my childhood. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give this recipe a try. Put your own spin on it. If you do, let me know how you liked it, and I would love it if you're not already subscribed to hit that subscribe button, become a member of our channel. I would also like you to share this recipe with anybody that you think might enjoy it, and hit that like button. Thanks for watching. See you next time.